What's up, everybody? This is Video Direct 10. Slam last night, man, it was something else. Let me tell you right now, it was something else. I got a review for you, so let's get this underway. It started out with a six-man tag team match, and it was what the crazy thing was, we did not know this was going to even happen. Well, I didn't. Personally, I didn't know this was going to happen, but regardless, it was a good six-man tag match. It was The Miz, R-Truth, Alberto Del Rio, versus Kofi Kingston, John Morrison, and Rey Mysterio. Now, the winners were who I wanted to win the match, which were Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, and John Morrison. Decent match. We all didn't know what was going to happen. We all looked at each other. We were watching the pay-per-view. Like, what is all this about? What is all this about? But it was a great match. It filled it perfectly well. Good match. We had in the back. They showed CM Punk. He's backstage with John Laurinaitis, and this is interesting. John Laurinaitis wants an apology for the crap basically he's been put through. Being kicked in the face, being look like an idiot, you know. He wants an apology for what happened on Raw last week, and Punk very much like Punk does, sarcastically told him, you know, okay, I'm so sorry for doing this, Mr. John Laurinaitis. This is very funny, but you know, he's so sorry, but he was smirking. He was, you can tell he doesn't care. He don't care. That's what's cool about CM Punk. He don't give a rat's booty about what's going on right now with the WWE. If you fire him, whatever, you know. But so we had he turns around, and lo and behold, we have none other than Stephanie McMahon standing there. What the heck is she doing here? She's back for what? And she's standing there, and she wishes CM Punk luck, best of luck in this match, and he finds it very hard to believe. And he tells her to wish her husband or her father luck, and so Stephanie spoke to both of them, and she said they really wish luck to you and John. So, but then she says, "What would I know? I'm Vince's clueless daughter." Isn't that what you said about me on Raw that night? And Punk agrees, but he says, "I didn't say clueless. I said idiotic," and it was great stuff. Now the funny thing was, Stephanie offered her hand to congratulate her for best of luck, and CM Punk said he declined it, saying he knows where her hand has been, so he'd rather not shake it. That was great. That was funny. We all laughed. So basically, you come to the second match of the night, and it's Sheamus versus Mark Henry. I picked Mark Henry to win. Mark Henry won. Great match, but you know, Mark Henry just really worked on Sheamus's back, tore it up, you know. But Mark Henry won because of a count out. But great match, good stuff. So far the pay-per-view's good. We got next we have Josh Matthews is in the back. He's with Christian, and Christian says that Randy Orton's not leaving Summerslam World Champion. Chris has got this insurance policy, and the beneficiary of WWE. He says that the match is going to be the big, epic summer blockbuster match with action, all the action, and something about Christian is the Harry Potter, and Randy Orton is the Cowboys and Aliens and overrated. But anyway, so you know. You had Justin Roberts introducing CeeLo now, and now the song's okay. If you're a CeeLo fan, hey, CeeLo was there singing. He had the Divas with him, and it was the song "Bright Lights, Bigger City." This theme song for SummerSlam, he's singing it. CeeLo is dressed in he's dressed in it looked like a Poirot from outer space. It was the weirdest thing. And if you ever see CeeLo, he is a short, stocky, kind of chunky guy. And he looked like a spaced out looking church choir member from Mars, but anyway, it was a good show. I mean, excuse me, it was a good little performance. It went from that song to his other song, Forget You or whatever, and you have some of the divas out there dancing. You see Alicia Fox, you see the Bellas, you see the hot mamacita Rosa Mendez, which, by the way, I don't like with black hair. But he's out there and he's dancing. They're dancing for him in his video. Now we have the Divas match of the night. We have Kelly with Eve, with her on her side, and we have Beth Phoenix with Natalya on her side. So it's Kelly and Beth Phoenix. And this match didn't turn out like I thought it would. This match was, I thought Beth Phoenix would win, but by the way, Beth Phoenix had on this strange outfit, and she, at the beginning of the match, she kept pulling up the little zipper part of her shirt, like so, trying to, you know, she didn't want anything to fall out. But it was strange because we're not used to seeing her wear these. It looked like something a female tennis, excuse me, a tennis player would wear, but a little bit over the top, if that makes any sense. If you don't know what I mean, go check it out and see it. Anyway, Kelly won. Great pin, by the way. There's a lot of cool moves in that match. So then we see Stephanie McMahon in the back, and she's coming out of John Cena's dressing room, and now you're like, what is going on now? And immediately to myself, we saw the pay-per-view Hooters, and I looked at the people that were there, and I said, this is right now. This is strange. This is fishy. Something strange is going to happen at the end of this pay-per-view, and it's going to be different. So she's coming out of the dressing room, and now we see R-Truth, crazy R-Truth, backstage talking about his whole conspiracies. And there, who's standing there? Jimmy Hart. He's calling it Jimmy Hart. And Jimmy Hart says, you need to, Jimmy Hart needs to look over Truth, basically. You need somebody to help you out, so he won't be taken advantage of and stuff like that. Truth said, well, it makes sense, so he needs to think big and not little. And Jimmy, he says, yeah, Jimmy. He asks if Hart is a little Jimmy. He says, Hart smells like a Jimmy. He says Hart smells like a little Jimmy. Hart runs off, and but Truth says, little Jimmy, you are little Jimmy. And Hart runs off, and Truth says conspiracies are everywhere. It's crazy talk, little people he's talking to. And he looks over, and there is Ron Artest, and he's backstage standing there, and he asks him what they're looking at. He's standing with his daughter. And I do believe he plays for the Lakers. Truth asks what they're looking at, and next, it goes right. We have a match between Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan. Now, here again, I was wrong on my pick. I don't know. I thought maybe I'm picking Daniel Bryan because he's a better wrestler than Wade Barrett. Right? I don't know. But Daniel Bryan won. Daniel Bryan didn't win. It was Wade Barrett. Good match, but I love to watch Daniel Bryan wrestle, the way he kicks, those kicks and stuff he does. Good match. Wade Barrett won. Now, next we have the no-holds-barred match with the World Heavyweight Championship between Christian and Randy Orton. Now, folks, this match gets a little bit, well, let me just say this. The winner of the match, I picked the right one, besides Randy Orton. Now, it was between the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, during the match, it was all kinds of fighting, good stuff. And somewhere toward the end, Randy Orton cut his thumb, and it looked like, honest to goodness, his thumb was really cut off from the tip. And he knew it. We all knew it. It was gross. Next thing you know, he's standing there looking at it. He just played it off pretty well. But it was blood everywhere, and it was nasty. I don't know if you caught that, if you saw the pay-per-view, but it was gross. Now, we come to the last part of the last match. Then here we go, folks. This is the WWE Championship Unification match. We want to find out who the real champion is. Special guest referee, Triple H, which is going to be kind of interesting. It's CM Punk versus John Cena, and the winner. Good. First of all, the match, one of the best matches I've seen. Okay, one of the best matches I've seen. Did it top Money in the Bank's match? It could have. But, now, listen. CM Punk remains, no, well, let me don't jump the gun here. There's a lot of trying to do the pinfalls, whatever, and everybody jumping out, and John Cena jumping out, and CM Punk jumping out of the pinfall, or out of the pin, at 1, 2, no 3 counts, all through the match. A lot of good holds, a lot of good things like that. But in the very end of the match, John Cena's sitting there, laying there, getting, CM Punk's pinning him. And there's a count, 1, 2. John Cena puts his foot on the rope, and the referee, which is Triple H, counting, and he's counting 1, 2, 3. He didn't see John Cena's foot on the rope, but we saw his foot on the rope. The audience saw the foot on the rope. They were there. The announcers saw it, but they didn't do nothing about it. CM Punk is the champion. Wow. Okay, first of all, I'm glad CM Punk won, but I wish, in a way, I wish Triple H would have saw that. Because now, this is opening up a whole can of craziness. I mean, now it's like, you're thinking, okay, is this really the end of the night? Heck, no, it's not. Next thing you know, I do believe, you're like, at this time, you're like, what in the heck is happening? What just happened? Here comes Kevin Nash into the ring, put the jackknife powerbomb on CM Punk. And while this is happening, Triple H is walking up the ramp to get back to the back. He turns around and says, "What is going on?" He's walking back down to the ring. Kevin Nash hightails it over the security barrier out through the audience. And now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Really? This is interesting. Because now there's a lot of stuff going on. This is what I like. That was the end of the pay-per-view, but it left us fans sitting there thinking, wait a minute, this is going to be good. I cannot wait to see Raw. They left us wanting more. Because it looks like to me, oh, well, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm excited. That's what it is. I forgot to tell you. After he was jackknife powerbombed, here comes Alberto Del Rio with his Money in the Bank. Going to cash it in. You're like, oh, no. Because if I remember correctly, didn't CM Punk do that to Jeff Hardy? Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't think nobody at the table, I myself didn't think about it, I don't think nobody at our table at Hooters was thinking anything about him coming down and doing that. We were just thinking about what Kevin Nash just did. So, you know what? He comes down there and guess what, folks? He cashed the Money in the Bank thing in, and 1, 2, 3, he gets the championship belt. So no longer is CM Punk champion. It's Alberto Del Rio. Interesting. I cannot wait to see what happens on Raw tonight, man, because it's like this. I think Stephanie McMahon had a lot to do with this crap that happened at the end. Kevin Nash, Diesel, are you kidding me? Are you back? What is going on? Is CM Punk going to challenge Kevin Nash? Is he going to challenge Alberto Del Rio? What in the world is John Cena going to say how's this thing going to start? He didn't get a fair deal because his foot was on the rope. What is going to happen? Is Triple H going to be fired as COO? Who knows? But I tell you what, I had a good time making this video for the SummerSlam pay-per-view review. You guys watch Raw tonight, and I promise you I will make a video review of Raw. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. You guys have a good one. I'll see you in the vids. Take it easy. Peace.